Welcome to the OEN podcast, the podcast about opinions, events, and overall nothingness. We will discuss whatever is on our minds today, and we may or may not accomplish anything with it. But hopefully, it will be enjoyable. Also, there is a good chance that listener discretion is advised.
All right, we're good. So,
Nice.
so you ready to start your first podcast ever?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, all right. So it's a little bit of a collab tonight with OEN and
Ansley Investigates.
Ansley Investigates. So literally for folks that don't know, and since it's your first one, explain what yours is
Nobody
about.
knows.
Yeah, exactly. So explain what yours is about.
So my podcast is basically all about true crime, cryptids, and conspiracies. So we touch on a bunch of different subjects surrounding like true crime, cryptids, conspiracies. I talk about them, go into full detail, go into depth, and y'all, it's an informational channel. This is kind of like my icebreaker with OEN podcast, aka my father. Um, this is just an icebreaker episode for my first podcast.
Yeah, just to kind of get you used to filming and recording and all that kind of stuff. Because literally, it takes a little bit to get used to talking to the mic. I mean, if you're talking to somebody like we're talking, it's a little easier. Like with yours, it's you talking to the camera, talking to the microphone, so you're not really talking to somebody. So it's more of a
the issue. I'm only doing some episodes like that. I would love to have like special guest, like a different special guest every episode where I kind of explain the case to so they can ask me questions and I can answer said questions.
Oh, that's cool.
So I would like a special guest every episode, different one every time. So I could like explain the case and they can ask me questions and learn all they need to know about cases, conspiracies, and cryptids.
Sweet. So,
Yeah.
I mean, would you rather want somebody like that knows a little about the case, or would you want somebody that knows nothing about the case?
Genuinely, it could be either or. I met this lady at Corbin's work who her and I got into a 30-minute discussion on Jack the Ripper and how like the psychological aspect behind like what leads serial killers to do what they do. And I actually invited her out for a podcast episode on Jack the Ripper because of how much she knew and how how much input she could put onto the psychological, because she was a psychology minor. So she could have helped me a lot with the psychological aspect of the case. And I thought that would be cool. She declined. It's fine. She's not big on like this kind of thing, like podcast.
I got you.
She's not a big podcast, but she was really cool, and she said she'd keep up with my account. So
Okay.
who knows?
All right.
She was really sweet.
All right. I mean, yeah, I get it, but so okay, so I guess it would just depend on the case whether you want somebody that knows what they're doing, somebody that somebody that just doesn't know anything and asking all kinds of questions. So, I
Yep.
mean, one time you'll get somebody a psychological major, and the next time you get somebody that's a retard that knows nothing. So you're good.
I'm trying to post this.
I'm posting it.
You're getting bleeped.
I don't. Okay, you can bleep me. I don't care.
You're getting bleeped.
So here's the deal.
'Cause
I don't ever
You
consider.
don't have a filter.
No, and I'm not worried about monetizing my shit, so I don't care. So
I'm not concerned about monetizing. It's just, for me personally, the only time I want to cuss is when I'm directly quoting somebody from.
I got you. That's fine. That's fine. I get
That's
it.
just who I am.
And yeah, I get it. We're good. We're good. So just no filter. So whatever. So. All right.
Well, I just gotta go through and find out where I need to bleep you.
Yeah, and just kind of as you're editing it,
Beep,
then you'll
beep,
see, and yeah, and so you got to go and download a
beep.
beep. You got to download a beep because I do a lot of beeps, so that's why in my intro, it's like more than likely viewer discretion advised. So I just do that so this way I don't have to beep nothing. So
I might have to.
I
Just
get it,
one.
and I'm fine with that. You can beep all you
Well,
want.
all of
I'm
mine are gonna be viewer discretion as advice because I'm gonna be talking about like
about
murder.
gore and yeah, and murder and all
Murder.
that. I mean, because really, if you think about it, there are a lot of, like YouTube channels. They can't even say the words murder or kill or suicide or yeah,
Butch, knife
yeah,
gun.
yeah, exactly. They don't. I mean, they like slew a slide, and for like rape, they say grape. I'm like, that's just stupid. But they
Yeah.
do that because they are monetized. I don't do it because I got nothing better to do right now. So
Yeah.
I'm just recording crap and throwing it out there. I don't care. So, but I mean, I think I think it's a really cool. I think it's cool. Um, a cool idea to do that. There are a lot of people. So, like, call me Chris.
Yep. Love
If
her.
yes, she is awesome, and she does a lot of the crew crime, the crew crime stuff, the true
Yep.
crime. Yeah, she does that stuff, and she'll do like she did a thing of Ed Gein, and
Yep.
and she did a thing from the real Ed Gein to the Netflix monsters Ed Gein. What do you keep looking over that way for? What are you looking at?
You.
Oh, okay. So I'm on that screen,
Yeah.
and
This is my camera. You're over here.
I got you.
You're on the big screen.
Oh, okay. So because you can actually, so that's one of the things. So that's one thing too that doing it, you will actually, because I'm looking at you directly, but I'm not looking at the camera. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'm
understand
looking.
that.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I'm looking at my setup here, and then over here, when I stare over here, I'm looking at you, the big
At me
screen.
talking, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
So all right, but
Being
yeah,
respectful up here.
I think it's a cool idea. There's a lot of research that goes into that.
Yeah. So right now I'm actually currently working through a book for the third time. No, fifth. Wait, something. It's a lot of.
The the mul-
Lot of go
the
through.
multipleth time.
Yes.
Yes.
What in the world?
I
My
don't
lamp is
know.
about to crash out. Oh, I see why. Get out of there. Okay. Lamp's good now.
All right.
I kept grabbing this. So this is like my 20th time
Oh,
going through the book.
bring it up a little bit. All right. Slender Man. Isn't he like up north
Slenderman
or
by Kathleen
something?
Hale. It's in Wisconsin, yeah.
Okay.
Waukesha, Wisconsin.
So he likes
Um,
cheese.
Actually, all three people in the case are women.
So he likes cheesy women.
Huh?
Wisconsin's known for their cheese. Sorry, dad joke.
Yeah, I know, but all three people in the case,
Yeah.
both the stabbers and the victim were all women. That's why I'm like, where are you getting he from?
I thought it was a dude. I thought Slender
It's all three are women.
Man.
Slender Man is why the case, what happened happened. He's the reason why what happened happened. But he doesn't have any part of this case really whatsoever because he's not real. He's just a creepy pasta.
Okay.
So
All right.
you're
So
probably
yeah,
thinking this is a
I'm gonna have to join you when you're done with that, just because I have no idea what you're talking about. I thought Slender Man was like some skinny dude, that kills
Yes,
people in the woods.
yes, but he's fake.
Ah, okay.
So,
I whatever. I don't know.
Slenderman is a really tall, really slender, faceless creature. Have you ever played any of the Slenderman games or like seen any of the movies based off of him?
Nope.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So he literally is.
Okay. So.
Sorry for the random break, guys. My
No,
Alexa's
that's well.
decided to go
Actually,
crazy.
yeah. Well, I mean, they won't be able to tell the break because I'll end up cutting it out anyway. So, not a big deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
but they just hear Alexa talking French out of nowhere, and then just end like just cut random.
Yep.
So I think they're gonna notice the cut, but
No, they won't notice the cut because I'll cut it beforehand. I can fade it out, fade it back in, whatever.
So any other questions? So okay, yeah, Slenderman is a faceless entity. He's known as a creepypasta, which is it's a weird like
spaghetti that nobody likes.
no. So creepypasta is actually a spin-off term of copy and paste. So creepypasta are these like short horror stories. It's like a forum called creepypasta.com.
So I've heard of creepypasta, but
creepypasta.com is where it all started.
Okay, I don't understand. I mean,
so they basically these things are users of creepypasta.com create these horror stories, like these short 500 words or less horror stories, like scary stories that they just come up fictional, and they post it, and then it's called creepypasta because they're free to circulate, so you can copy and paste them all over the internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is
and
cool.
That's kind of where Slenderman came from.
I don't understand the pasta thing. I mean, it's like
research. Oh,
bad spaghetti.
So actually, when I was looking at this, so Slenderman first emerged actually in 2009, as part of an online Photoshop contest for paranormal images.
Huh. Okay.
And in this book, it kind of explains that Anissa Weir, who actually was one of the stabs, decided that that was a good piece of evidence that Slenderman was actually real. That, and there's also a creepypasta named Jeff the Killer, who was originally known as Jeffrey Woods with an S. So Jeffrey Woods was this average boy who cut a smile into his face and lost his eyelid, like cut off his eyelids, so he never slept. He was just, he would just stabby stab.
You could sleep, you just couldn't blink.
Yeah. His like catchphrase or whatever was like "go to sleep." So who knows?
I haven't heard of him either. So I mean, I've heard of Slenderman, but I didn't know what he was.
He is a fictional character.
I ain't never heard of who? Jeffrey Woods?
Jeffrey Woods, or AKA Jeff the Killer.
Yeah. No, Jeff the Killer sounds
he killed his
pretty boring.
Entire family.
Okay.
He killed his entire family, bleached his skin, cut off his eyelids, cut a permanent smile into his face.
Like Joker.
And now he is known as And now he's known as a proxy for Slenderman. And proxies are people, or like these characters are like do his bidding and like at will, like they do his bidding for him. That's what a proxy is.
Okay.
I know you knew that I had a big creepypasta phase when I was like
teenager. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yep. I remember that.
So that's actually why I decided to start with this case. Another reason I decided to start with this case was because I originally had planned to start this in May of 2024.
Okay.
It's been that long. In May of 2024, it would have been the 10-year anniversary. Where'd my finger go?
It went away.
Anniversary of the stabbing.
Ah, okay.
So this happened in 2014.
All right. I mean, you've always liked the true crime and I had a thing about it too. When I was stationed over in England, I had a subscription for it was like a comic, but it wasn't. So it was, like hand-drawn stuff, like a comic, but it was about actual serial
Real life?
killers. Yeah. So there was a Jack the
Oh, I
Ripper
want
one.
that.
There was one that
I
was
need that in
on
my life.
Ted Bundy. There was one that was on, Gary Ridgway and John Wayne Gacy. There were, like every few months an actual magazine would come in and it would have their entire story. And
Ooh.
from beginning to end. So even the one with Ted Bundy literally had pictures of him after they fried him. So I have actually seen pictures of him after he was fried and they were, carting him off to go throw him in a hole somewhere. And so he didn't even deserve that, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, these were like uncensored, like British magazines. So they were pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. I have no idea where they ended
But
up
apparently, a lot of things in Great Britain aren't very censored based off of that commercial everybody tells me about.
oh,
The
that
bathroom commercial?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that was a different commercial there. Um, that was weird is what that was. Um,
It's funny
Logan
when
would be
Logan showed it to me for the
Logan
first
would
time.
be a really good one to talk about that.
He's the one who
one,
showed it to
so.
me for the first time, actually.
Yeah.
At Thanksgiving, too.
Logan loved that commercial. He thought it was the funniest dang gum thing, so yeah, I get it.
Kind of was.
So,
I mean,
all right,
it's a
so
family vacay, and all of a sudden you see that commercial.
we did literally live right there on TV, and we're like, what in the hell? So, yeah, I get it. All right, so that is the basis of kind of what your channel's about. And when is your
And the first episode, actually.
will be when?
Oh. So I'm actually trying to get it out by the end of this month. If not, by the end of this year. So by 2026, it should be out. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
It will be out.
And I realize it takes a lot of research, a lot of, everything like that. So
Which is why it's taking me so long.
Right. So
That
like
and Mom keeps throwing away my notes.
when you do when you do it, are you gonna write a script, or are you gonna write like an outline and then just kind of wing it, through the thing?
I'm gonna do all the notes. I'm gonna write about all the notes, put them in order of how they happened. Use the notes. That's all I'm gonna use.
Okay, so basically you do an outline with notes and then just kind of winging the full just narrative of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. That works.
Because I mean, the story's interesting. I mean, it literally, the entire thing centers around 3 12-year-old girls.
Yeah.
The whole case is 3 12-year-old girls.
Oh, they're 12-year-old?
They're all 12.
Oh,
One
they
stood
did?
there. One stabbed a girl 19 times, and the girl that got stabbed 19 times ended up surviving. All
Oh.
12 years old.
Cow. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I will definitely listen to that because I haven't heard that full thing. So.
Oh, it's an insane case.
Okay.
It's always interested me. I've just never did a really deep dive on it until
Yeah.
I decided to start the podcast, and I was like, I'm starting with this case.
All right. Cool.
So,
See Patrick.
yeah. I see Patrick.
I decided not to keep him in the front room, so he's back here hanging out with us in the office. So.
Yeah, I see that.
So he's just there.
But you know what that reminds me of? We
What?
need to do another horror movie Saturday night. We need to do another movie.
Yeah, just let me know when.
The Instagram is kind of getting dry, man.
I got you. Actually, where are we on Hell House?
Where I finished 1 and 2, I need to do. Wait,
So-
I might have done 3 too. I know I've watched the last one. I
So
watched that with you.
yeah.
I
Oh
know
yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you watched Lake of Fire. That was the one where they were doing Insomnia, where the
No,
guy
I've only
was.
watched 1, 2, and 5.
Oh, okay. So
I
yeah,
haven't
you
done
need to
3 or 4.
watch. You need to watch 3 and 4. 4 is a good one. 3, mm, 3 I didn't like to begin with, but once I learned a little
Yeah.
more about the story, I actually it's like, all right, that one's kind of cool now, but it wasn't
Yeah.
before. 4 is really good. That's Carmichael Manor. That was actually
Yeah.
cool. So
That's one you
so
talk about a lot.
yeah, so we can do. Let's round out the Hell House series and finish that. So
All right.
we'll do Lake of Fire next. I have everything on DVD. So
Yep. Me too.
um yeah. So
Put
all
this
right,
back.
cool. So what?
My
Oh,
book.
I
Put it
got you.
back.
All right. What else? Oh,
I mean, since we're on the subject of scary stuff, we could go into how the haunt has been.
absolutely.
Been
And I
working on the
just
haunted,
I
haunted
was
trail.
I was actually on the exact same thing.
I
So
mean, we're father daughter, man.
yeah,
Long segue
exactly.
link.
So for those, I mean, if you follow Facebook, whatever, not the OEN stuff, but my own personal stuff, been posting a lot about terror on Highway 127, and so both me and Ansley have both worked there. Her as a scare actor, and me as a background gopher, do whatever the fuck needs to be done type thing for everybody.
Genuinely, that's all you
Yeah,
did.
literally, I did whatever needed to be done. I was like the only person not in a character. I literally wore my Terror on 127 shirt every night.
Yep.
But basically, what it's a nonprofit called Hunt for a Cause, and they help homeless veteran women. Yeah, and they do some stuff with uh,
Mental health.
mental illness and things like that too. And I'm actually going to have Joe on sooner or later
Oh yeah.
when I figure out exactly what I'm doing on this podcast thing. Then I'll actually have Joe on here. But I want to like look professional, and I'm just not there yet. But
Yeah.
because I don't want to do him wrong, so I want to get him on when I actually know what I'm doing. So
That's fair.
yeah,
I like how you're bleeping yourself now.
yes, just because of your freaking podcast, I don't care about mine. But but yeah, so backstory real quick. I worked a tattoo expo back in May,
Hmm.
and as during the tattoo expo, there was Terror 127 actually had a booth at the expo, and they were doing special effects, makeup, and all that stuff. And I've always been intrigued with special effects, with horror, all that kind of stuff. So as they were doing it, I was stopping by every day, going, "Hey, when you're finished with the makeup, come and find me, and I want to get a picture with them and all that stuff." So I kind of got to know the folks a little bit, during those 4 days that we were doing the expo. I think 3 days, whatever it was,
3.
and
I
you
went the
know, I
last 2, so I got to meet them the last 2 days.
yeah, exactly. And so, I just told them I really enjoyed it and all that kind of stuff. But I knew we had a couple of trips planned for October. So I
Hmm.
really didn't want to volunteer because I wouldn't be able to do the entire month. And then they contacted me and said, "Hey, did you want to come out and volunteer?" And I'm like, "Well, I got a couple of weekends I can't do anything." And they're like, "You know what? We could use the help, background, building, stuff like that." And so I went out. And I've actually been out there almost full time since June of this year, building buildings and scenes and everything else, and just having a great time. And so then when I
In
got out there,
July.
it was July when I told you.
Yeah, so in July, he ended up talking to me about the haunt, and I actually went out to go see what was going on and what the whole thing was about. And the owner of the nonprofit, Joe, looked at me and he's like, "Hey, how would you like to be a scare actor?" Said, "I'd love that. That'd be really fun." And he's like, "Well, how would you feel about a crazy, deranged princess?" I kid you not. My dad yanks up my sleeve, my Alice in Wonderland tattoo on display. He goes, "That's Alice in Wonderland." And Joe's like, "You're perfect." So that's kind of where it started. It did not end that way, but that's where it started.
Yep. You're right.
Because then, in the end, I became a possessed prom goer who ended up in the woods. So,
Yep. But also, I mean, so um, with the folks, they wanted to do something nobody else was doing. So they did a levitation scene. And nobody else was doing a levitation scene. And it was really cool. It was a cool looking thing. It was a great illusion. Um,
the only
unfortunately, about
issue with that scene was I wasn't getting any scares.
no, you weren't getting any scares, but you were getting. I mean, literally, people were like, "Oh my god, that was a great scene." So, excuse me, I had friends of mine that went through and said, "Oh, the levitation scene was awesome." So, you were not getting any scares, but you were getting a lot of compliments. Um,
I didn't know
but
that.
unfortunately, Anns and I we went to Lexington for a horror convention, and while we were gone, the bit they used to levitate ended up getting broke. And so we tried to fix it and we couldn't get it working correctly.
I broke
So,
it even more, is basically what he's trying to say.
whatever. Um, so, since we couldn't use the levitation portion, the two girls, Ann's and Liz, that was her scene partner, on the fly, I mean, literally just like a half
That
hour
night.
before we opened that night, came up with a completely different scene and friggin' blew it out of the water. And it worked so well, the next night we added a fog machine to add even more to it. And it's been an amazing scene for the rest of the season.
Mhm.
And it I watched it a few times and it was very cool. And you did amazing as a scare actor for your first year. I mean,
Thank you.
that was really really good.
The amount of people that took off as soon as they saw me hiding. Because at the beginning I started in the fog machine and I just walk out of the
Right,
fog machine
right,
with the
exactly.
smoke trailing.
Yeah,
And when and then the second half of the weekend I just hid behind the curtain and then I popped out. So there was two different versions of what I did.
yeah,
Both versions, as soon as either they saw me, as soon as they saw me coming towards them, gone. Gone. Like, they were gone in a matter of seconds.
yeah.
I was like, well. So I didn't really have to do. Oh my god. No. Okay.
I didn't do anything to make it go to him.
We're not doing that, guys.
I
No
mean,
thanks.
literally, I
No
did
thanks.
nothing to make it go over to him, and it did it on its
We're not-
own.
We're not doing that.
I looked at Jonesy. Jonesy come over, and I looked at her, but that shit moved over to Patrick. That had nothing to do with me. That was cool. It was weird, but that
No,
was
it
cool.
wasn't.
So,
Okay. Now,
oh,
there is something we should definitely touch on.
I was just saying, and you know what? We're on the
Sarah?
same thing. You're talking about Sarah, exactly. That is exactly
So-
where I was going too. So,
So Sarah, if y'all probably have no idea who Sarah is. Sarah is this ghost that allegedly haunts the backyard and the makeup room in the house of Tara on Highway 127.
keep talking.
I say allegedly due to the fact that I've truly never believed in ghosts before this. But there has been a lot of sightings since me and my father have started this hunt. So she happens to inhabit the makeup room a lot, but there was just a couple of times where me and my dad both had an encounter with Sarah ourselves. So I'm going to talk about my experience. I'm going to wait for him to get back to tell his. So I'm going to just draw mine out as long as possible. So me and Liz had just finished our scene. So my scene is I pop out behind or she says some words. I put the smoke machine on. I turn it off. I put it down, and I pop out behind the tarp and I follow them the rest of the way down. We're walking back towards the area where our scene starts. Fog machine just goes off, and Liz, my scene partner, looks at me and she's like, "Turn it off." I look at her. I'm like, "That wasn't me." I go to where I set the remote down, so we have two chairs sitting behind our tarp that nobody can see out of sight. So I go to my chair, I grab the remote off of the chair, and I turn that fog machine off. And I'm like, I hold it up to her, and I'm like, look, I didn't have it. It was on the chair. Um, so yeah, that was my experience. And since you're back, you can go ahead and tell them your experience with Sarah.
Well, I had you on the screen, so nobody knew I was gone, except you saying something. So
I said a couple things.
I know. I was listening. I could hear you on my headphones. So yeah, the one thing you need to emphasize: no way does that fog machine go off without
Unless
pushing
you
that
click a
button.
button.
Yes, that button has to be pushed before you can do that. And so the fact that that fog machine went off. Okay, so mine, and you won't be able to see it unless you watch what we're recording. But I have actually got a video of where I have,
area?
yeah, of when we saw Sarah. And so I've got to go down here and find it.
You want to tell the story first, or are you going to
Okay.
show the video and hope?
Yeah. So basically what had happened was we had gotten a call during the night to go and help one of the scenes. And so myself, one of the guys that normally works the parking place, or the parking lot, whatever you want to call it, parking lot, and then the owner, or the main guy, Joe, of the organization. The three of us were walking down towards this scene, and as we're walking towards the scene, and you'll be able to see on the video, there's actually, like, they come from this one puppet scene, and they come and they make like a 90-degree turn, and they go into a scene where we have a girl dressed as a raptor. And so as we're walking from the midway behind the tarp where we cover off, we separate everything. We're walking to that scene, and we see basically a little girl, 9-10-year-old girl, running from that 90-degree corner into the raptor scene. And she's just a little girl wearing a white dress. So I'm figuring, all right, it's some customer that is, either running in front of her parents or whatever. And really not thinking anything else about it. And we get up to the scene, and the girl, Max, that's working the raptor scene is like, did y'all see that little girl? And Joe and I both are like, yeah, we saw her run from the corner into your cage. And she's like, yeah, she's not here. And we're like, what are you talking about? And she said, prior to us getting there, the little girl was on the outside. So she's in this big, like, dog cage. and people run through it. She said that that little girl was on the outside of the cage looking in, and then she went away from the cage, and that's when we walked up, and she ran from that corner back into the cage, but as soon as she got to the cage, she disappeared. And so literally there were three of us that saw the exact same thing, that went into that cage, a little girl wearing a white dress, and she literally did not exist. Now, I am very much a skeptic myself. I've never seen a ghost until that night. And that has made me not so much of a skeptic anymore. So we have a little girl at the puppet scene, which was prior to Max's scene. And so I'm like, no, that had to be Peyton, because she literally same size, same dress, everything. I'm like, it had to be Peyton. So I walked to the puppet scene in between guests coming through, and I'm like, Peyton, have you come down to Max's scene? She said, no. She said, I don't leave this area. And when she told me that, and I know she's not lying, I mean, and I'm like, holy crap.
Adult like that.
Well, no, and Peyton's just a good kid, but there's just, I'm like, all right, I know she didn't go there, especially running around the corner into Max's area. She would have never done that. So literally, we saw this girl run into there, and she was not there. And so Joe's like, it had to have been Sarah. And I guess Sarah is more than just in the barn, up at the SFX place. She's more than that. So I don't know, but I'm a little less of a skeptic than I was prior to that. So
yeah.
Speaking of that, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to show the actual video real quick. I took a video, basically not of when we saw Sarah, but as we were walking, I took a video in the daylight of the trail we were walking and the scene and where it was happening. So just so you can kind of get a view of it. So let's see here. Yep, there we go. And then this. So this is what we'll see.
All right, I'm redoing the video because this way I got the camera turned the right way so you can actually see everything. But this is where we saw the ghost. So where we were walking down this trail to this scene right here in front of us. And if you can see the chain over there, that makes a 90-degree corner and comes into this scene. And basically as we're walking from that corner right into the scene, we saw the ghost run in there. And then she just disappeared. So, kind of cool. But I haven't seen her since, but other people have. But that's it.
All right, so that was quick. I don't. Could you even hear it? Okay, you couldn't hear. So if you watch the replay, you'll be able to see the video and all that stuff. But it was literally just me walking from the black tarp to Max's area where they have the chain link fence, and then just kind of explain everything. So,
Okay.
but our first year with the haunt was freaking
Amazing.
phenomenal. It was phenomenal. The people are amazing. They have accepted both of us with open arms. They've just been really, really good. I mean, they've really, embraced us and made us part of the family. And we will be part of 127 for many years to come.
Wow.
So it was really good. I've made some really good friends through there. I've had people like Sierra, after I gave her some questionable drink, she's like, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. So,
What'd you give her?
Tingala. So, Sierra did not like my Tingala. And Andy, Petunia, did not like my Tingala.
That's fair.
So, Andy said it tasted like pine sol. And
How does he know what that tastes like?
Sierra just said it just tasted like shit. I mean, literally, she had her fake teeth in, and she took a drink, and it just starts coming out of her mouth. She just spit everything out. She was like, I am not going to be your friend anymore. But, like, Liv liked it. Aaron didn't think much of it. Chucky liked it. Joe liked it. So it was kind of probably a 80-20 mix, of who liked it, who didn't. But it was funny to watch everybody. All right. So we finished with Sarah?
You were talking about you were talking about Andy and him not liking your drink.
Oh yeah, just yeah. Like I said, it was about 80-20, whoever liked the drink, who didn't, so.
Yeah, I mean that happens.
Sierra straight up did not like the drinks.
Well,
She was the funniest. But
I think our first haunt was really just a blast.
it was such a good time. I actually learned a lot on the construction side of it. We have met some lifelong friends. Literally, we've got hate to say it, but we have a new chosen family. One that won't, I do. I hate to say it, but one that won't forget us when we're not around.
Yeah.
So, I hate to say it, but I've said it, to the person in charge. Yeah, I've said it to the person in charge, and so it's not like it's anything that's not known.
It's not a secret.
No, it's not a secret, but I'm not gonna like throw anybody under the bus, but 127,
names, but...
right, exactly. But 127 is our new chosen family, and I just love those guys. They're friggin' phenomenal, and I will bust my ass every time we're out there with them. So
They really are, because my dad, you already know this, but for the viewers, last night I had a rough mental health night.
Mhm.
And I basically stormed off to my scene in tears. You caught me.
Mm-hmm.
You caught me storming away, kept asking me what was wrong and all that. But you're not the only one who asked me if I was okay.
Oh, I knew that. I knew other people would notice. Yeah.
As soon as I got back, I was swarmed by 5-10 people asking me if I was okay.
I mean, Mackenzie was over there. Liz was over there.
Liz, Evan, Jacob,
Yeah.
all of them were just swarming me. Peyton, Rhodey, all of them.
Yeah.
Came over to me. You good? Leo even gave me a hug.
Well,
They're good people.
Leo gives
Leo's a hugger.
Leo gives everybody a hug. So yeah.
He's a hugger.
Leo's a good kid. I love Leo. I really do. So honestly, I mean, literally, there is just, normally when you have a big team, there are certain people you're like, yeah, I just don't like them. There is just nobody at 127 I'm that way about. I just love the entire team. They're all phenomenal. They are smoking what they do. I mean, when you go and you watch like Rhodey, when he does Art the Clown. Oh my God, he is so good at Art the Clown. You look at Chucky when he does Barthos. He is scary as hell. Peyton, she's what, 10 years old?
11.
11, okay. And she is phenomenal at what she does. I mean, this was kind of the thing. Like when I watched you guys when we went to Universal a few years ago. I watched all you, basically kids. I watched all you kids be kids during the day. Including my crew that friggin' got in trouble during the day.
You're juveniles.
My felons. That's what I was
Felons,
calling
my
them.
bad.
My felons, yeah. But every single one of y'all, when you go and you threw on that uniform and you grabbed your instruments, you were complete professionals. And yeah, exactly. You went into work mode, you went into professional mode. And as hot as it was down there in them, 8-pound friggin' uniforms, y'all were sweating your
Half
butts
of us
off.
passed out.
And y'all killed it. So I was at awe at all the kids in the band. And then, but those are junior, senior, 16, 15, 16, 17-year-olds.
Freshmen through seniors.
Yeah. So a little bit older.
14.
But I was still at awe at how they went from, kids getting in trouble to complete professionals and killing it out there at Universal. And then I turn around and watch these kids. They're playing around in the afternoon. They're running around. They're eating. They're just playing. And then when the lights go down, these kids turn into their characters.
Yeah.
Complete professionals. And they just slaughter it every friggin' night, from 8 p.m. until almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And they just kill it the entire time. And I was just at awe I mean, you're talking 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, up to, 30, 40, 50-year-old people. But, oh my God, they just friggin' killed it. So I love that.
Where's your camera going?
I don't know where it's going. It's just following. Say, pick a hand. There it goes. So it's going to pick Patrick. So whatever. But I was really, really at awe at just the professionalism of the kids. Things like that. So.
Yeah. And I don't even think you knew this, but there was this one time me and Liz were doing the fog scene where I was in the fog, or I went into the fog and then came out and followed. We were doing that scene. We broke out into laughter, not gonna lie. We broke character because she had yanked me a little bit too. So I jumped too early.
I did hear about
She
that.
yanked me a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
We both took a tumble. We both were on the ground. We just look at each other. She broke my fault. I didn't get hurt. She kind of messed up her shoulder. She broke out into laughter. I broke out into laughter. The group that was there broke out into laughter, and I said, "Y'all just go on." Like,
Yeah.
my bad, y'all.
So see if I can get Patrick.
That was funny.
See if I can get Patrick more in the picture. There he is. So.
But
Yeah, I did hear
that's
about that because I actually showed up a little bit after that. But literally, it was. I mean, great first season. Just great
we really
people.
Did make a name for ourselves this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And great people, great cause.
Yep.
Like I said, if anybody wants to check, hauntforcause.org. And actually, I'll have Joel on sooner or later. Once, like I said, once I can actually be professional, then I'll do it. But cool. We're right at an hour now, so.
Are we really?
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. So if you're recording, you look down the bottom, you can see, we're at for like 56 minutes.
So, speaking of, now that Halloween is over, Thanksgiving's coming up. You know what else is coming up? The forgotten holiday. For me and you, because we completely forget about this holiday because neither of us really care for it, not gonna lie.
What holiday?
Christmas.
No, I don't care.
That's why I said neither of us really care
Yeah.
for it. So, but we were talking right before we started the stream. And you were like, well, when you get big enough like me, you can have hoodie merch or whatever the
That's
crap you
right.
said.
Hoodie merch.
Well, you know what? That could actually.
Hoodie
Christmas
merch.
is totally coming up. Christmas is coming up. You could like totally get me my own.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So,
So
yeah,
we'll
we'll
see
see
if
how
I'm
it
gonna wear it.
goes. Yeah, I actually have to get back to work. So, hey,
Exactly.
fuck you, Congress. So,
Golly.
so, yeah, if I get back to work, we'll see what happens. But, yeah. Your camera works a lot quicker than mine does. I actually like that. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, if I can ever get back to work and still get a paycheck, we'll see what happens. Cause yeah, I've definitely got a company that can make this kind
If
of stuff.
anything,
So
if anything, you could go back to Del Taco.
yeah, no, no, my taco days are done. So
I remember you hated that job just because.
actually, I didn't mind the job. I really didn't mind the job. It was cool. I
What
mean,
about those? Were they worms or maggots? What'd you tell me? Maggots?
what?
In like chili or something? Worms?
No, we never had any issues like that at work.
Oh, I don't
No,
remember
I don't
that.
know. I don't know what you're talking about there. We never had any health issues. We always got, really high scores with the health department. We were good.
Who knows?
Yeah,
I might just be going crazy, guys. I'm sorry.
I think so too. So,
Uh,
all right. So you got anything else?
I mean, I got one more thing. Actually.
What's that?
Why we missed a little bit of our haunt this year.
Oh,
There we
the
go. Convention.
the trip to Lexington. Yes.
Yeah.
So we did. We
So
went up and went to Lexington, Kentucky to Scarefest weekend.
Daddy got to meet his idol.
I don't know if she's my idol, but because
Annabelle.
I like the story of Annabelle, and so the
Yeah.
real Annabelle, um, the during Scarefest weekend up in Lexington, the Warren Occult Museum had about 30 or 40 artifacts from their museum that was there on display. And part of that was the actual Annabelle, along with a satanic idol that you see in a lot of their stuff, and the shadow
The
doll.
mirror.
Oh, and the conjuring mirror. Yep.
I like
Um,
the mirror. It was great.
and the Annabelle, actually, there were both Annabelles. There was the actual, for real Annabelle Raggedy Ann doll,
Locked in a cage.
locked in her actual
Box.
containment area. And then they had the screen used Annabelle doll from the movie. I believe it's the one from Annabelle Comes Home. And so both Annabelles were there. So let me back up a little bit here. So let me pull them up. And I have got. All right, so let me switch scenes here. I have got Ansley here with Annabelle. And
That was the most scariest moment of my life, by the way. As soon as that picture was taken, look, I have an irrational fear of dolls, and I know that. As soon as that picture was taken and my dad said, "You're good," I ran out of the museum.
she did.
End of story.
She did. But this is actually Ansley with both Annabelle dolls. So you see the real Annabelle in her containment, and then the screen used Annabelle over, I guess it would be to her right at that point, but it would be to your left in this picture. And then where am I?
You're right there. Why not
I
say
am.
yourself?
I don't hang on. That's
These old
you.
guys.
I am. Where the heck?
also
Oh, there I
Batman.
am. There I am. So there is me with the two Annabelles. And there's me with the real Annabelle. And I mean, literally that picture you can see directly into her eyes. So,
Ooh.
but that is the actual Annabelle. And then here's the story of the Annabelle. But so what I was looking for was actually the one for the screen used Annabelle.
Don't forget to show my Conjuring pic. My Conjuring.
Oh, you want your Conjuring pic? All right, I can do that.
I like that one. That one's cool.
That actually is a really
That
cool
was-
picture.
It is. I like that pic.
There it is. So, this is the Conjuring mirror, and then Ansley was taking a picture of herself, and then I took a picture of Ansley taking a picture in the Conjuring mirror. And basically what the Conjuring mirror, it's it's I think it's in one of the movies, but basically what it is a guy started seeing things in the mirror. He ended up going nuts. And he was seeing demonic entities and all that stuff. So they took it, and put it in the Warren Museum. I'm looking for the Annabelle. But so real quick, this was what kind of freaked me out. I didn't really.
Oh, the. Shadow.
I didn't really feel anything when it came to Annabelle, but this thing, which is the shadow doll, had a little bit of a weird vibe with this one. And this is one of those things that basically what people do is they take a picture of the shadow doll, and then they write somebody's name on the back of it. They turn around, they mail it to them, and they put a curse on it. And when the person opens the mail and they see the picture of the shadow doll, the curse is actually given to them. And then the shadow doll comes up and basically stops their heart within a dream, and they die. So the shadow doll kind of creeped me out. Got a little weird vibe from her. I didn't get anything from Annabelle because Annabelle was like so far away. But I'm
And
looking.
locked.
The what?
And locked away.
Yeah, she was locked in that thing. So I'm looking for the because I took a picture of the Annabelle. So okay, that's the actual Annabelle thing. And so I took one of the movie Annabelle. Let's see. Maybe. All right, I'm going to have to edit this shit, so hang on. Let's see. So I'll edit this. You what? I can hear you.
Huh? That was
All right.
me.
There's Annabelle. Okay, movie Annabelle. Oh my God. No, it was you. It better be you.
What, that noise?
Yeah, I heard, hey, hey.
That
Every-
wasn't. No. That?
Yeah. I do not see that dead gum picture. I took a picture of the movie Annabelle thing.
No.
Fuck, where is it? That's also an issue when I drink. So I'm like, what little filter I got's fucking gone. So.
Oh my god, hurts.
Maybe. Okay, there it is. Okay. All right. This doll's an actual movie prop used in the movie Annabelle Comes Home. It was gifted to the Warren's Occult Museum fall 2019 by the Warner Brothers. I think I said that. So.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Okay, so, all right. So yes, we did Annabelle. We saw Annabelle. We met Annabelle, which I thought was very cool.
And I became a final girl and took a picture with a bunch of like well-known serial killers.
Okay, well, if we're going to talk about,
serial killers.
all right, well, if we're going to talk about that, I got that shit too. So, hang on. All right, so there is Ansley with Art the Clown. There is Ansley with Jason. There is Ansley with Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie and Sally.
Yes, Oogie Boogie and Sally and some weird dude behind him. There is Ansley with the Xenomorph from Alien. There is Ansley with Michael Myers. There is Ansley with a Mickey Mouse, Billy the Puppet spiral thing.
They actually talk like Mickey Mouse, and it was really creepy.
It was weird. There's Ansley with Chucky, female Chucky.
Oh, she was cool. I loved
She was
her.
cool.
She was awesome.
There's email. There is Ansley with Leatherface.
Yeah.
There's Ansley with Freddy Krueger. There's Ansley with Pennywise. There's Ansley with Ghostface from Scary Movie. The high Ghostface. And there is Ansley with Mrs. Patrick Bateman.
Who was also.
You're right. So she looks awesome. She's
so
got
fun.
the axe. She looks.
She was such a cool person. Like, I walked up there, like, I'm really timid. Like, this is one of my first people that I got, and I was still, like, really timid about it. And so I went up to her. I'm like, hey, I know you're, like, in a group of people, but do you mind if we take a picture? I'm, like, a final girl. She said, come on, let's do it. Come on. She was just really cool to be around.
Yeah.
She was, like, really upbeat, really, like, out there, and she was just really fun to be around.
Yeah. She looks cool. She looks very cool. So it's a great picture. So, oh, that was just that. So yeah, that was that one. So.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
All right, you done?
I got nothing. You got anything else?
That's all I thought about. This is literally all I wanted to talk about. I told you. Haunt. Con.
And your podcast.
Is that literally what we talked about? Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, your podcast.
I was about to say, is that literally all we talked about? The
No,
Haunt
your
and the
your
Con? And that
podcast,
took
the
over an
Haunt.
hour?
Yeah, the Haunt and Scarefest. So.
Convention. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, so
Probably see you tomorrow.
yep. So well, yeah, I know. I'll see you tomorrow. But everybody, go and check out on Facebook Ansley Investigates. Ansley.investigates on Facebook. And then when you do it, it'll be YouTube. Is it still going to be the dot as well?
Just Ansley Investigates.
Okay, so Ansley Investigates without the dot on YouTube. So everybody go check that out. I mean, all both of y'all that listen to me, and then both of y'all go listen to Ansley. So, all right, baby, you got anything else?
Nope.
All right. So it's been good. We will see you a little later.
fun.
All right.
All right. Night,
Peace. Night.
honey.
for listening to the OEN podcast. We hope you enjoyed your time with us. If you have any discussion ideas, feel free to drop us a line. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Spotify at OEN Podcast. Have a great day, and we'll talk at you in the next one.